I truly believe that a church ought to be more than just a place where you go on Sunday to worship. We're meant to go be the hands and feet of Christ out in the marketplace, and in our communities, and in our schools, and really show true love to people and our neighbors and our society. I'm really excited for Loving Houston to further develop the whole church-school partnership. The opportunity for Loving Houston as an organization to really discover and lift up things that churches are doing, and in addition, build capacity amongst a variety of churches in Houston that might not know how to go get involved with local schools is a terrific concept that I think can have real legs and can move not just the city forward, but also really move churches forward.
I'm Melissa, and I'm with the Bridge Fellowship, and we're really excited about our partnership with Pink Elementary and seeing what can happen when a school and a church partner together. Right now what we're doing are things like we have a ladies' small group who are just writing encouraging notes to all the teachers, and they've each adopted a grade level, and so on their own time they sit at home and they write really sweet notes to these teachers. We have about 8 people who have decided to give up an hour or 2 in their week to go and just serve at the school with no agenda, just saying, hey, do you need me to make copies? Do you need me to laminate something? Do you need me to read with a kid? So those opportunities are just kind of happening, and we're just trying to make ourselves available to serve the school in whichever way they need at that moment. I was very nervous about saying the wrong things or asking the wrong questions, or is it okay for me to say Jesus? Is it okay to say God? How do we present ourselves to this school? And really getting to know Loving Houston took those fears away, because they had such a great plan in place of, here are things that are okay to say, here are your goals, and you're really helping the school achieve their goals. You're not walking in with goals of your own. You're not there to evangelize this school. You're just there to serve this school. And so Loving Houston kind of gave me the backbone I needed to enter that office for the first time with that principal, and feeling like I wasn't going to cross a line I shouldn't cross or ask a question I shouldn't ask. They really gave me the confidence to be able to do that with ease.
My name is Bobbie Swaby, and I am the principal at Piney Point Elementary, and we are partnered with Memorial Drive Presbyterian Church. We have a group that come every Monday, and on those Mondays they do anything the teachers need. They make copies, they laminate, they cut out the laminating. We also have Panther Pals who come in and read and tutor students, and in the past they've done so many different things for us. They still help out with any type of festival we have. Anytime we need some type of assistance, they are here to help us. The best thing about the partnership is knowing someone else cares, because a lot of times this work is pretty thankless. You hear a lot about what you're not doing. You know, you're not reaching my child, you're not meeting this goal, you don't have the right test scores. And that can be it can be hard. It can be very hard to hear that all the time. And what the partnership does is people come in and they care, and they come in and they tell you, y'all are wonderful. You're doing a great job. Every time they send the email on Monday saying that they're going to be here to help, it always starts off with something like, "Dear Piney Point wonderful teachers and staff, we just love you, and we are going to be back on Monday to help out." And that little phrase in that email just uplifts the whole building, because we feel like people acknowledge the hard work, they appreciate the hard work, and they're willing to help out for us to go the extra mile to do what's right for our kids. Loving Houston is such an important piece of helping us all be a community together. When they say it takes a village to raise a child, it truly does take a village, and Loving Houston is helping bring that village together. I think a lot of people have the drive to volunteer and they think, oh, I should do it, but they don't really take that step to get it done. But Loving Houston brings it to the forefront and says, look, this is how you can do it. We're going to help you do it, and we'll even assist you in finding a school to make that match.
One of the things we're doing is giving a place where churches and schools that are already doing this can come together, develop a sense of what's working and what's not working, best practices, and provide supportive relationships to each other. It's not about churches providing needs to needy schools. It's about joining together in a way that becomes mutually beneficial. Both sides discover that they have needs and gifts to offer in return. It's part of the magic of what happens in a school partnership.
Right now, there might be 10% or 20% of the churches involved with schools. But could you imagine the impact it could have on our city if 40 or 50% of the churches, or 60 or 70% of the churches were engaged with schools. I mean, every school in Houston could have a partnering church and could have adult role models coming into that school and helping those kids learn about character, learn life lessons, and really having another adult role model in their lives.
Loving Houston exists for two purposes. The first is to celebrate what's already happening in the city between churches and schools that are in collaborative, serving relationships with each other, and to accelerate those across the city, to invite more people to join in what we think is a transformational movement.